I'm Lynn Mahaffie, and on behalf of the US Department of Education, I want to welcome all of you here today. Dr. Eduardo Ochoa, our Assistant Secretary for Post-Secondary Education, and I are delighted to be here as part of the Secretary of Education's bus tour on education and the economy.
It gives me great pleasure to be here with you today to celebrate the accomplishments of this wonderful instance of the GERA program and the partnership that the Northeastern University and Children's Memorial Hospital has going here, as well as our collaboration with the Chicago schools. As the President has said often, and I'm sure you've heard Arne Duncan say it as well, education is really the key strategic asset for a nation in the global economy and the information age. So the President has set this ambitious goal for 2020 to once again be the most educated country in the world. And that's going to require us to increase our attainment rate from about 42% to 60%. And that means an additional 8 million graduates to meet the President's goal by the end of the decade. The STEM field, of course, this is an area where a lot of the high-value jobs are going to be located. And healthcare, like every other field, is undergoing continuous technological innovation, which means, again, that the skill level required to fill those jobs is going up, and the higher educational levels are required. This is a great niche that you've chosen to focus on, and one that's very important for the country, and one that the President himself has directed the Department of Education to make a priority, the STEM area in education. So we are, I'm very excited to be here. I'm looking forward to finding out more of the details of how you go about doing this great work. Thank you.
We're so happy to have been asked to host this conversation and to be given this opportunity to highlight our college access, STEM, and partnership work at Northeastern University, and how we are engaging students, I think increasing their college going rate by creating those life-changing experiences for them and their families, which we believe are key to that kind of improvement. We believe that this kind of work only happens through collaborative partnerships, that no one person, no one organization can do this alone. And if we put all of our heads together and our resources together about increasing and strengthening the pipeline into college, we are much more likely to succeed in Chicago. Speaking about strong partnerships, we are going to be highlighting a couple of those today, and I'm very pleased to be able to present our work with the Children's Memorial Hospital around internships and careers in the healthcare fields. So I'm going to turn it over at this point to David Sperling and Maria Rivera to give this presentation. Thank you very much.
So Northeastern Illinois University's GERA has been partnering with Children's Memorial Hospital since the 2001-2002 school year. Discovering Healthcare Careers is a 6-week summer program, and it's now in its 10th year, where students spend mornings in a classroom setting and afternoons shadowing healthcare professionals. GERA recruits students who are Latino and bilingual in Spanish because Children's Memorial Hospital has seen a dramatic rise in the number of patients whose parents are Spanish dominant. The hospital wants to increase the number of healthcare professionals who are both linguistically and culturally sensitive to patients and their families' needs.
This is your opportunity to share anything you would like to share. We would love to hear about other efforts going on in the city relating to STEM and college preparation and completion activities. It's also an opportunity for you to ask questions or make comments to any of the speakers we've had here today.
It's a real pleasure to be in a room with people that share the passion to help kids engage in science. I'm Andrea Ingram from the Museum of Science and Industry here in Chicago. We really share that passion and that energy that you can really see coming out in your articulation of all that, because it really is about connecting the kids to the opportunity, but first building their exposure to understand all that they can be, helping them identify themselves as our potential next generation of innovators and scientists. But not just help with the exposure, helping address the very real barriers and to build the very important bridges, which is very exciting to hear the depth of this program. And there's a lot of great work going on here in Chicago. So we look forward to building more relationships with all of you, and thank you for inviting us here today.